I'm bearing down. I was like, my body's starting to push. So he's like all flustered in a bit of a panic.
I can visualize that.
Yeah. And I said to him, you're going to have to go and get the midwives. So he walks out of the room. 2 minutes later, walks back in. He's like, Savannah, they're eating the lunch.
Welcome to Spain. Hello.
Hi, everybody.
Happy Thursday. We have a special episode on today. Before we address that, we're going to introduce our guest for this episode. It is super mum of three, Savannah.
Hi, Savannah.
How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Good to have you here.
She's walked into our garden. So this is my mum's birthday episode. Yes?
Yes, it is.
1 year younger.
How about me?
It's all about her. So I did ask Fleurs for some flowers, and we're going to be honest, we're not actually showing all of the flowers. So we're in the middle of a garden. We're Trendy Talk garden right now. Mm-hmm. And also we've got some yummy cupcakes from Anita's Cakes. I'm sure if you're here in Mallorca, you know her. She's like very famous for being like the pink van. You just said your kids.
My kids love it.
Yeah. When they see the pink van, it's like, oh, no. And she's also like the Christmas markets as well.
Yeah. Super good.
So she's made us some nice little, like, I think they're vanilla sponge cupcakes. We'll find out.
So
afterwards.
yummy.
Yes.
Cannot wait.
So thank you very much, Anita's Cakes.
Yes, thank
She's
you,
got
Anita.
a beautiful location in like the back streets of Palma, like near Plaza Court.
Yeah.
And it's got like flowers on it. Even if you're visiting Mallorca, go to Anita's Cakes. It's really cute.
Yeah.
So today's episode, I wanted you on because I'm only a mum to a little fur baby. And I was like, my mum on her birthday episode was like, I want to talk about motherhood. And I was like, I can't really do that. Like, I was like, if I do that and give my opinion on things, you know, when people that don't have kids are like, you should do it like this, or I would do it like this, I'm sure it pisses you off.
Yeah.
I'm one of them. So
At least you admit it.
one thing that you and I have in common. So if you guys don't know Savannah, she is like this fitness kick-ass mum.
Oh, thank you.
She goes to the gym without doubt at 6 a.m. Monday to Friday.
Yeah.
And if you don't go, the gym's not going to open because she opens the gym.
Basically, yes.
So she's waking up in the morning with like, some mornings you must be like, oh my God.
Is there a morning you ever go,
Yeah, most mornings. Yeah, it is. It is a struggle to get up, and but I just know that I think of the aftermath.
Yeah.
So I know how I'm going to feel afterwards. I know I've got such a busy day ahead. So it's like, just get in there, get it done. You're going to feel so much better for it. And that's kind of what gets me up and out the door.
So do you train from 6 till 7?
6 till 7.
For you?
Yeah. So that's like my uninterrupted time.
Right.
For Savannah.
Okay. And then you go home.
Yes. And I go home, wake the children up.
Right.
And then it's a case of carnage for an hour, getting ready for school, breakfast, hair, and just getting them organised for the day.
You must be super organised the night before then. Is that how you do it?
Yeah. So I have to have like everything, clothes out ready, you know, hair brushes out, bobbles out for the baby to choose what colour she wants in that day. Yeah. Organisation is key for sure.
Yeah.
So then you drop the kids off at school.
Yeah. So I drop the kids off in Hanover.
Yeah.
So drop them off at school and then I head to the studio.
Right. Okay. So your kids are 16,
11 and 3.
Right. Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
You've really got like
You've got all bases covered.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
And have you so you've obviously got a girl, if you're saying, is it 2 girls and a boy?
2 girls and a boy, yeah.
Okay. Wow. And then when you go to the studio, like what's your then working hours at the studio?
So first client's always in the door at 9:30, which is usually a mum from one of the schools. So that's like a really popular slot because they'll drop the kids off at school and then they want to train then. So from 9:30 onwards. So I try and get out the studio by 3:15.
Okay.
And then I head back to the school.
That's
pick up the children.
intense.
And then that's not the day ended, because obviously then more work begins, because I take it then there's homework, there's after school clubs.
Exactly.
Flipping heck.
Yeah. And then three nights a week, I'm back in the studio in the evening for a class.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know how you do it.
It's a lot.
Do you have a nanny?
No.
Oh my God, no.
All me.
I can't
And
deal.
husband.
I think literally if I ever got pregnant, the first thing I would do is like find a nanny. I'm like, hi, I haven't had the baby yet. I'm just 1 month pregnant, but I'm just looking for a nanny just now. I would have a nighttime nanny.
You've got your husband. Does he work full time as well?
Yeah. So we both work full time, and we just make it work. We bounce off each other, and we share the responsibility, the workload, and that's why that hour for me in the morning is crucial.
Yeah,
it's key.
Absolutely crucial, because it just sets me up for the day. And I think without that, that clarity wouldn't be there. So
no matter what the day throws at you, you've got that, at least I've had that moment to myself.
Exactly.
And you can battle your way through it.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this is nuts.
Don't go on the phone. Don't check emails.
She hardly talks. I'm like, hi, how are you doing? And I'm making small talk. She's like, yep, fine, good, bye. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Sorry about that.
No, I think you're quite right.
Outside of the gym. Yeah, we can talk.
You're like, let's go do a podcast. Let's talk.
But do you not think, Savannah, it's more like, it's not that you're being selfish in that hour, it's about your self-care in that hour then, isn't it, really?
Yeah, absolutely. It's just about having that. I don't even talk to my husband in the gym.
Yeah, that's right. He's also there.
Wow.
He because actually goes in one direction and I go in the other.
It's so true, because I swear, right, I knew that we're together, and then one morning I was like, oh, I don't think they're together anymore. I was like,
really?
I was like, I think something's happened here. I was like, I think something's happened here. Yeah.
See, you're one of the problems that the rumour mill goes.
I know, I didn't tell anybody. That's what I thought. I just kept it to myself.
Hilarious.
But I've got a question. So, the person that's not got kids, but see these like women. I'm gonna get so much trouble.
Where you're going.
That are like, I'm a mum and that's all I can do, and like this is like I'm a mum.
I'm actually with you on that.
But do you feel like sometimes they use it as like an excuse, where it's like when they'll go like, oh, like I can't go to the gym because I've got James, and it's like.
Absolutely.
But and then you look at somebody like you that's like organization, this is a priority. But then also there's some mums that are like, oh no, I can't leave them alone. I've got mum guilt. And I'm like thinking to myself, this is what I think. I'm thinking to myself, at one stage, like you're going to become so unhappy because you haven't taken any time just for yourself.
Yeah.
And it's not bad to take time for yourself, because
Absolutely
I think... don't know what I'm talking about, but I believe that if you take that 1 hour for yourself in the morning, you will go back home to be a better mum.
100%. You've nailed it. I couldn't agree more.
I can't deal with those women. It's like, oh, I can't because...
And have you always done that, Savannah, right from,
Yeah.
You've always taken that time.
Years, yeah.
So how did you do it when your oldest wasn't 16, when they were younger?
So it would be...
Just lock them in a room.
It'd be one. Yeah, bye. It would be one or the other. One of us would go.
Right.
Which it was usually me, to be honest. And then my husband was more than happy to kind of train in the evening or at some other time, because he just knew how much I needed that time in the morning. So he would stay home and I'd go alone.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah.
And then at your studio, you focus on, is it like pregnancies or like, obviously women based, that if they just had babies, or how do you...
Yeah, so it's motherhood in general. So it's prenatal, so pregnant women, postpartum and beyond. I have mums in there who've got 7-year-olds, 8-year-olds. It's just about having a private space for them to come and basically build strength. And that's one thing, a push with the studio is strength training. Yeah. Because a lot of women in general, not just mums, assume that if they lift weights, they're going to look like Mr. Muscle, they're going to look like a man and definitely. All of these things. And
it's
I'm like,
not that.
No, absolutely not. I'm like, you need to strength train, you need to be strong, because your child's just getting bigger and stronger, and you need more energy, you need more strength. You know, I see some mums in the studio struggling to carry the babies.
Fair enough.
You know, and I'm like, you need to focus on strength training.
Mm-hmm. We did a podcast a couple of weeks ago with a guy called Albie. Maybe you know him. He's like a singer here in Mallorca.
Yeah, my daughter loves him.
Okay. Well, Albie is on Mounjaro and has just lost 50 kilos. And Mum and I really get like irritated by these women that are like, you see them lose like drastically, like a huge amount of weight. And then you're like, oh my God, like, wow, like you've lost weight. And it's like, yeah, I've just started Pilates. And you're like, oh, don't
Don't be that person.
Don't.
Yeah.
What is your take on Mounjaro, Ozempic, all of these weight loss injections? Do you think that's something for mums to take?
For mums to take? No. I wouldn't say so. I don't think there's enough backing. I don't think there's enough research. And you don't know 100% what impact that's going to have on you. You don't know if you're going to get dizzy. You don't know if you're going to get lightheaded. And, you know, you're responsible for children at the end of the day. So, I
also have like a kind of thought that I'm like, does it affect, like if you were taking it and got pregnant, does it affect the baby? Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know that. And I feel a lot of women that take it, even like Laura is taking it. And I think it's great, like if you want to do it, like if you really need to lose weight. It's like, even for Albie, it's like changed his life. He's now like, I can now feel comfortable going into a gym.
Yeah.
And also like, now he could go out for a run or like a brisk walk. Whereas before it's like, how are you expecting him to go out for a run and like hold a 20-minute run? Yeah. It's so hard.
Yeah.
But I feel that the whole muscle mass with it, that's why I directly look at a girl and know that she's taking it. It's just that stick and it's just thin,
go,
just
like gaunt, and they don't hold muscle mass. And I can spot it. I've spotted it many times. And you know, it's that thing of motherhood and strength and muscle mass, and you know, you're taking that away rather than building it.
There is a thing actually, when I was in LA, this was like I think a year and a half ago or something, and they had started introducing it to people that were suffering from eating disorders. So it actually was like proven to help them because it took away the anxiety of the food.
Right.
When used at a correct dosage. Like this was like the minimum dosage.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I've never heard of that. Okay, like maybe that's a good thing. But then I also know people that are like not overdosing in it, but abusing it. And then that's when it's like, it's not that great.
Yeah.
Anyways, talking about children. So obviously the mums had the best child ever. And something like I want to know is like, what's your take on when you had me? What was the thing about fitness? Was it like, that is like, no, don't go to the gym, you can't work out?
Well, when I had you, I was 23. And the thing that you know, when we said we were going to do this, I was thinking back. It was, you know, the attitudes towards pregnancy and everything was so different, you know, than what I see nowadays. You know, I think regarding the sort of fitness side of things, it was like, oh, you're pregnant. Well, that's it. You know, you just sit in a chair, you lie in a bed, and that's it. You don't do much else.
Eating for two.
Are you? Eating for two, are you? So there was a lot of that kind of thing. I remember that for me personally, I couldn't wait to wear pregnancy dungarees. Now,
oh my God, dungarees!
Ugliest piece of, what were you thinking, love? But I did wear them because I wanted everybody to see my bump, you know, and all that kind of thing. And I just thought, the only people that wore these dungarees was if you were pregnant. So you didn't have to it was like, tell me you're pregnant without telling me you're pregnant.
Yeah.
Dungarees on.
Oh my God, I love that. I want dungarees. Bring dungarees back.
Right. So there was that kind of side of it. But then, you know, like I look at women now I see a lot of people coming into the deli and different things, and when you're about in portals and everything like that. And the bit that gets me is they're the only person in the world ever to have a child. And you're like, well, not really, because they've been doing it for centuries, love. And when you talk to women, they've always, I had the most, my pregnancy was different to everybody else's. Well, I don't think it really was. And they will try and make a drama out of it. Now, I don't know whether I blame everything on social media. Anything that goes wrong in the world or anything that goes right in the world, I blame on social media. And I think there's been a lot of that. Now, you're a mum of 3 different kind of age groups. Have you noticed even a change from when you had the first one to the last one?
Absolutely, 100%. Like my eldest, she's 16, so 16 years ago, plus I had her in the UK.
Right.
And then Gia, our youngest, we had here 3 years ago, and the difference was crazy in terms of just culture, and I feel like everybody is a lot more sensitive now to what you can do and what you can't do.
Really?
And everyone's a lot more opinionated. Like things that, say, I would have done with my eldest, it's like if I was to do that with my youngest, it would be like, oh,
really?
Yeah.
I thought it would be the other way around.
No,
I thought I mean, not that I'm saying it's back in the days when you had your oldest, but I thought like with you, it would be like, oh no, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, I remember when it was actually the day of your christening, so you were 3 months old.
Oh my God.
And she cried and cried and cried, and there was nothing was going to satisfy this child. And my mum said to me, you need to feed her something. And I was like, I've given her a bottle. And my mum went, no, you need to give her some food, like baby porridge. So I gave her a couple of teaspoonfuls of that, stopped crying, went for a sleep. Brilliant. And I thought, genius. Now, fast forward to when my niece was born. Now she's 13. And like that, there was one day she was crying. She was about 4 months old. And I said, do you know what she needs? I said, she needs a couple of spoonfuls of porridge. Can't do that. The paediatrician told me you can't feed her till she's 6 months. And I was like, shut up. Give her some food. The child is... No, you can't, because it could encourage child obesity, I was told.
Oh, my goodness.
And I just thought, every child is different.
Yeah.
You can't say, here it is, and then on the morning that they wake up 6 months old, here's 2 spoonfuls of porridge.
When in doubt, 2 spoonfuls of porridge.
It's like, if you need a tablet, you always take 2. Now, I want to ask you a question, Savannah. So you had your oldest child when you were 18.
Yeah.
Now,
that's amazing.
I know, hats off to you. Now, the funny thing was, when I was in hospital, 23, having Lauren, I was considered an older mum.
Oh my goodness.
I was considered an older mum, and I thought, 23? When I heard it coming out the nurse's mouth, I thought, are you kidding me on? Because the girl, we were in a room of 4, the girl across from me was 16.
Wow. Oh my God.
And I remember thinking at the time, now the poor kid, and I'm saying kid because she was a kid, she didn't know what end of the baby to feed. It was like, you feed that end and you change that end,
Not the other way around.
I know, not the other way around, love. But did you find that you were treated differently when you had your first daughter to how you were really?
Yeah, absolutely. I think when I had my eldest, it was kind of like almost frowned upon because of my age. When I was pregnant with her, I was 17. And then I turned 18 a month before she was born.
Oh my God. Wow.
So in like hospitals and doctors, I was put in a underage teen category, like a child. And the way they used to speak to me and
was it as if like you
treat me was as if like
but you're like
I
switched
didn't have
on
a brain cell. I mean, I was always different.
Yeah,
I was always beyond my years. But yeah, I was just treated very differently. And then when I turned 18, which was the month before I gave birth, I kind of got put into the adult sector, and it was like a switch. It was
That's
like,
incredible.
how can the difference from a day, like, how can you treat me so differently?
That's so strange.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But it was
incredible.
And were you always working out during your pregnancies?
no, my first 2, no.
Okay, why was that?
Just because I wasn't in that kind of phase of life at the time.
Right, okay.
So obviously I was 17, 18 when I had my first, so that wasn't really what I was into then.
Yeah.
And then I was just kind of, in mum mode, and had my second Mateo. And then that's when I was kind of like, right, I need something outside of these kids.
Right.
Because I love them, but I need something for me. It was kind of like, I need to make time for me. I need to kind of have that self-care for me. And I just started training from there. But I was always around it as a kid. My dad's a personal trainer and my mum's always trained.
Okay.
So I'd seen a lot of exercise and fitness growing up. So it was kind of always there. And in school, I was always in the sports teams. I was doing like the running and, playing netball and things like that. So it was always in me. But in that time of life, it was kind of like...
Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that. With your third, then, were you working out with her?
Yeah. So by the time I had Gia, I'd already had the business set up, the coaching business. I'd been training myself for years by then. And she was actually the first pregnancy that I trained all the way through.
Right.
So literally from the moment I found out I was pregnant until the day I gave birth. So the day I went into labour, I was training.
Sounds like me.
So you were training that day and then you gave birth that?
Yeah. Okay. So I was training in the morning. And there was just something that felt a little bit different when I woke up that morning. And I turned around to me husband.
She was coming.
And I was like, I'm going to train, but I'm not going to go to the gym today. And he was like, what do you mean? I was like, something just feels different today. I was a couple of days overdue at this point.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, Savannah.
She sounds like me. She sounds like me. That's something I would do because I'm a nut job. I would do that.
Literally
I would
crazy.
do that.
And he was like, okay, so I think you should definitely stay at home. And I was like, no, I'm going to stay at home. But we had like a outdoor gym on the balcony at this point. So I was like, I'm just going to train out there. And he was like, oh, Savannah, have a day off. And I was like, I need this now more than ever. I was like, I'm going to train and, we'll take the rest of the day from there. So did my usual workout. And then, later on that day, waters broke.
Oh my God.
And
did you notice the difference between your 2 pregnancies where you weren't working out in your last one?
100%.
Really?
Really? Absolutely. What was the difference then?
Just how I felt in general. So I just felt so much more energized in my pregnancy with Gia, happier. A lot happier, and just like clarity, just like within myself, I just felt a lot more switched on. And there was definitely pros to
the workout.
Do you feel that your recovery period after you had the after you had Gia was quicker?
Yeah, so during the pregnancy, like I said, I was still exercising like 5 times a week.
Did you have a C-section or did you have a natural birth?
No, so the 3 of them were natural births.
Oh my God, you've got like the perfect setup.
All 3 of them.
Jesus, all right.
You're an absolute trooper.
She was a water birth.
Oh wow.
Now Gia's birth they were all great births, like no complications. But Gia's birth was just that little bit special because I got to do it in the water.
Oh my God.
Was that at home?
No, so it was at the hospital.
No, it's like a thing. There's like a little like.
Oh no, but some of them too. They have the bath at home, or the them play
do the home thing.
I don't think I'd like the home bit, but
you can do that. But here in Mallorca, it's not actually supported by like the government home births.
Right.
So if you have a home birth, it's kind of on you.
Yeah.
You have to do everything
right. I
private.
see what you mean. Yeah. Got you.
Did you know for only $3.99 a month, you can get an extra 20-minute X-rated podcast of Trendy Talk over on Patreon? So what are you doing? Go over there now and hit that subscribe.
So you had her in hospital in a water birth.
A water
Wow.
birth. It was unbelievable. And I learned so much about my body, like during pregnancy with Gia, and I was so in tune with it. And I remember labouring at home for hours, and then I was just getting a bit bored on the birthing ball, and
You were like...
I said to my husband, should we go for a little walk? And he was like, Savannah, you're in labour. And I used to have a routine of a morning.
There's a head hanging out, or something like that,
I used to have a routine of a morning where I'd go for a walk, especially towards the end of my pregnancy. Plus, it was August, so it was super hot.
Oh my God.
Seriously. Oh my
Honest
God.
God.
I feel like I'm listening to myself right now. This is something that I would do.
Yeah.
And it's scary when I'm listening to it now. I'm like, oh my God.
So during the pregnancy, especially like the last months, I would literally get up, go out for a morning walk because obviously the days were just scorching hot. So I'd go to the local coffee shop, get a coffee and walk with it. And that's what I wanted to do. And he was like, yeah, but Savannah, you're in labour. And I was like, but I'm being confined in this apartment for too long. I was like, can we just go for a walk, go and get the coffee? So gets to the coffee shop and
oh my God.
The woman on the till was like, oh, you're still here? Because she sees me every morning, so she knew I was overdue. And I was like, leaning over the counter, having a contraction.
Oh.
Yeah, it was a whole thing. So gets me coffee, leaves there, takes a walk around Calamayor, goes back to the apartment, gets on the ball for about another half an hour. And then I was like, right, I think we need to go to the hospital now.
Oh my God.
And how soon after that was it?
Probably 5 minutes.
I know. That's what I'm thinking.
So I arrived at the hospital at, I think it was around about 1 o'clock. So this was in the afternoon. And then they assessed me. And she was like, oh, you're only 2 centimetres dilated. And it was the word that she
That's
put
when
in
you
front
just
of
go,
it. Only.
Done.
I know.
At this point, I was thinking, because obviously Mateo's 8 at this point. So I was thinking my pain threshold has obviously gotten very weak.
Yeah, no, sometimes people say some things and it can really just get to you.
Yeah,
and you're just like...
I thought I was so much further along in the labour than what she was claiming. So anyway, it goes back to the room that they asked us to wait in. After she said, I think you should go home and come back. And I said to my husband, I was like, there's no way I'm going home. I was like, we wouldn't make it home. I just knew. I was just so in tune with my body at the time. And she was like, right, go and wait back in the room then. Oh my God. And then literally 20 minutes later, I said to Joel, I was like, I'm bearing down. I was like, my body's starting to push. So he's like all flustered in a bit of a panic.
I can visualise that.
Yeah. And I said to him, you're going to have to go and get the midwives. So he walks out of the room. 2 minutes later, walks back in. He's like, Savannah, they're eating the lunch.
Welcome to Spain. It's like, well, just give it 20 minutes so we can have our lunch, piss off back home.
Literally, I was like, no, you need to go and get them. I was like, I can't control this. So anyway, he goes back politely and then the woman comes in and she's like, let's assess you. So she assessed me and she was like, you're 6 centimetres dilated. So I was like, well, 6 is the number. I was like, it's going to have to do. I was like, I'm literally pushing. I was like, is the pool ready? So then they were rushing, like trying to put water in the pool. Long story short, I get in the pool at, I think at this point, it must have been about 1:45.
Oh my God.
And
only
then
45
Gia was
minutes.
born bang on 2 o'clock.
Shut
Yeah, so I felt completely robbed of me pool experience because I was in it for 15 minutes. I was like,
where's the jacuzzi button in this pool? Yeah. What do you like? How do you feel about raising kids? You've obviously got a 16-year-old.
Yeah.
In the world we're living in, which is very like high social media, very judgy, very materialistic, very kind of fakeish. Let's say
it's hard, and what's hard for me is I'm very present on social media through my personal account and the business account. So I always felt a bit like, oh, I'm telling my daughter she can't have social media, but then I'm all over it type of thing.
Yeah.
But anyway, we managed to do really well with our eldest and we kept her off social media till she was 16.
Wow, that's great.
Wow, well done you.
Well, it was tough.
Today, in my social media research, I found this thing on Instagram and I took a picture of it. So basically on Instagram profiles, there's a supervision for teens account.
Amazing.
So it's in the settings. It says, invite your teen to partner with you on supervising their Instagram experience. Teens aged 13 to 17 automatically get teen accounts with built-in protections. Teens under 16 need approval from supervising parents or guardian for changes. With supervision, parents can set time limits, see insights into how their teens use Instagram, and help manage their safety settings.
Amazing. I love that.
Boom.
Love that.
I think that's so important.
Is she like going well, I think it's like different. When I was growing up here in Mallorca, so I'm 34, and back in the day, it was very like we went out to Paseo Marítimo. I wasn't a big goer outer. Like my group of friends would go out every weekend, whereas I was like maybe once a month. Okay. Yeah. And when we went out, like we were like 16, 17, 18. And that was like you would go out into Paseo Marítimo until like sometimes 6 a.m. I think
She's not there yet.
Yeah, but I think those times have changed. We were talking about that in my birthday episode, that like now, like I would say myself, and I also have like a, let's say, baby sister, and she's how old is Molly now? 19. And even she's not like, oh, let's go out and get wasted. She's like, I want to do a Pilates class and then go for a nice brunch.
Yeah, let's go to a restaurant. Yeah. And it's very, you're right, it's very different times.
It's completely different.
But I'm all for that. I think it's...
Are you not worried that, you know, she would, because of like social media and things like that, grow up before her time? So you want... You know, I wanted Lauren to enjoy our, you know, our life and things like that. Do you not feel that there's a bit of... I always feel sorry for kids these days. I think there's so much pressure on them.
It really is.
And I think where social media has a great platform for people like yourself and Lauren who have got businesses and things like that, I always look to my niece who's 13, and I look at her and I think, even the way she takes a photograph, she'll pose and things like that, and I think you're growing up too quick.
Far too quickly.
Do you feel that with your daughter and maybe even your son to a certain extent, with him being 11?
With my elder, she's kind of been away from that,
right? With
not being on social media until she was 16, and that was like the reasoning behind it, because I can see these young girls on social media and it's so scary. Like when I think back to when I was that age, those things wouldn't even enter my head.
Yeah.
Like full face makeup and everything's like designer this, and it's very, very materialistic.
It's just so, like, I think that it can be so like a kind of lonely thing where it's like different kind of, let's say, things like I've done, I think it was like, you know, like Instagram collaborations with companies, and they've given me lavish things. Then I take a picture of it, and then maybe that, like, I haven't thought about it, but maybe a girl that's like in Glasgow that's like not got a great situation is looking at it like, oh, I wish I had that, and it makes the person feel bad, or they try to like fight for it.
Yeah.
And I feel like now it's just like everything's just like, even a girl came into Coco's and I was like, oh, I love your aloe yoga set, and she was like, it's fake. And I was like, fuck, what? Like, I was like, you can buy fake aloe yoga. Like, and I was like, oh, all right. And it's like this kind of like fighting to be like XYZ on social media, you know? And it is quite a shame, like how it has all became, you know, like that. And also, like, don't even get me started on like Photoshop.
Oh, I hate when I see that. When I see people that have filtered the crap out to the point where you can hardly even recognise the person.
Awful.
And I just think, you know, I always think back to my niece. I always think to what Katia has, and she's looking at these pictures thinking that's real life.
Yeah.
You know, somebody like me, you know, 58, I can look at it and go, lot of rubbish, piece of crap, not true. You know, I can see that, you know. I think my first experience was when you and I went to Beach years ago, and I said to you, that's the third time that girl's changed her swimsuit. And Lauren said, yeah, because she's creating content. And I was like, what are you talking about? And Lauren then explained to me, she's changing her outfits, she's changing where she's sitting to make it look like she'll post that on the Monday, that on the Tuesday, to make it look like she's been there for a week.
Yeah.
And I went, all right. And that was my first experience.
So I think also the amount of like food people order, even in Coco's, for the picture.
Yeah. Wow.
So, and then we have to throw it away.
I know, we throw it away. Yeah, it's so sad. But that's the thing, you know. So I'm thinking, there's Katia looking at that thinking, oh, she's so lucky. She's doing that every day. She's going there, you know, they're doing that. And it's not true, you know. And, you know, so my take of it is, that's a piece of crap. But then there's the flip side. There's the 13-year-old trying to, excel to that kind of thing, that unrealistic, unattainable, life.
Yeah.
And, do you not feel that there's pressure for, I always say girls because I think there's more on girls than boys, but I might be wrong.
Yeah, no, I agree. I do think there's definitely a lot more pressure on girls to, to look a certain way and, to be posting in different places. And I get that social media is what it is and it's the way that the world is going. But it is kind of dangerous and sad at the same time.
Mm-hmm. It's definitely dangerous when you don't know. I've learned through all of my mistakes on social media, like what to show and what not, and what to post and what not to post. I'm not a big, I'm here and I'm there and, I'm wearing my fake aloe yoga or whatever it is, because I just know it doesn't get me the audience that I want and it doesn't make people feel good at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But then you have people, just for an example, this Georgina Rodriguez, so Ronaldo's wife.
Yeah.
And it's like, how much freaking jewelry are you wearing? And you're taking the kids to school. What the hell? But then girls, maybe your daughter's age, but look at her handbag, that's so cool. And it's like, but it's like, that's a different, it's a different thing, you can't really post
and
these things.
It's not so much that's not what people do. Obviously, the whole WAG thing with her having a footballer husband, they've done it all over the years, Victoria Beckham and all the rest of them. But it just wasn't posted all over social media.
Yeah. Have you seen Tyson Fury's daughter got engaged on her 16th birthday? What the hell?
I did see that.
Have you seen the engagement? The effort?
The actual event.
Video of him doing it.
When he was at the party and he gets down on one knee.
Yeah, and it's he didn't even put the ring on the girl's finger. He literally just oh no, did he? Oh
yeah, he did. He did after it because she had to then put her finger out because he didn't know where to put it. But it was, when I looked at it, I thought it was as if he was half down on one knee.
Yeah, he wasn't giving a fuck.
I was like, well, kind of. I might look like I've just tripped and I can jump back up.
Too cool for school. If I was her, I'd be like, buddy, get right down on that knee. Let me see that right.
Stay there.
And say something nice. Say something nice. Let me see the ring. And I'll just let me pass it to my mum. Mum would be like, yeah, right.
Yeah, okay. So how do you feel? How's the age difference between the two girls? Because obviously you've got 16 and 3.
No?
So 13 years. Does your 16-year-old, spend time with the wee one? Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
She's so hands-on and they just adore her, both of them.
Do they?
Yeah. They're just so good with her, so caring, so gentle. And
so they're a help to you then? It's not a case of, I don't want her there.
No. I mean, they begged for a baby. They begged for a sibling. So when she came, they were over the moon.
What's your fear with nowadays, with your kids? What's your biggest fear? Is it I fear that, I don't know, they get, robbed in the street, or my fear is they get too consumed on social media, or my fear is
drugs.
I don't know. Yeah.
I would say at the moment right now, it's people taking advantage of them because they are pure souls, especially the older two. We've tried to keep them young and innocent for as long as we possibly can. And there's just so many people out there that will take advantage in so many different ways, advantage of their their hearts, their kindness, and that's
definitely one that's a tricky one.
So what's the next stage for you in the business then? So you're a mum, is that us? Are we finished with kids? Right. Yeah. So what's the next stage for
I feel like you've got one more in you.
Oh, no, absolutely not. I'm laughing because if my husband was here, he'd be rolling his eyes. He is desperate for more.
Really?
He would have so many.
Oh my God, you go and do it.
Yeah, exactly.
So you do it. You do the water experience. My 15-minute jacuzzi. My 15 minutes that I got.
And I'll come back and tell you the nurses are at their lunch.
I know. But I mean, Gia for me was a push. I was 2 and done. And then I just kind of think being here on the island and the quality of life here, I was kind of okay, I think I could do one more.
Okay.
Like, it took me a few years to
Do you like
change.
having kids here in Mallorca?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
Absolutely. I wish I would have had Janae and Mateo here.
Okay.
I really do, because the quality of life that Gia's having, being here on the island, is so different.
What do you think of the school education in Mallorca?
Yeah, I think it's good.
Yeah.
But we're in the international system, so that's all I can go off. And yeah, I'm really happy with it, because they follow the British curriculum.
Yeah.
And I have friends who've got children the same age as mine, and they're doing the same things and on the same guidelines, same subjects and same topics.
Yeah.
So yeah, the international side of it, yeah.
I mean, I think it's changed since I went, because when I went, it wasn't.
No.
I was like dyeing my hair with lemons. I don't even I can't even remember what we were doing, to be honest. It wasn't learning anything.
No?
Nah. No.
Oh yeah, I would say.
No, I think it's definitely stepped up its game.
Yeah, I think it needed to.
Yeah.
As well.
It has
severely
done.
because.
Yeah, it wasn't.
I think it's a little bit different. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was very chilled, very easy, and there was almost like a sort of hippie bohemian vibe.
Yeah, like no one really.
If you're there and you're sitting up in your chair, you'll get an A+, kind of thing. It was that kind of attitude. It was like, I want her to do a wee bit more.
With your whole working out, do you feel like there's a lot of pressure on mums now to have that I bounce back? Here I am, I'm back.
Yeah, there definitely is. And again, it comes down to social media.
Yeah.
And, women aren't necessarily bouncing back due to exercise and working hard and putting in hours in the gym. There's a lot of other things going on as well. There's
do you mean surgery? Yeah. Is it possible to have it a tummy tuck or something after when you give birth? Remember we thought Victoria Beckham had that.
When there was a rumour.
Yeah.
People do it. And everything has a price.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be done, because there's no way that all your organs and everything are, back in the right places and things. But yeah, if you pay the money, then
anything's possible.
You can do anything.
You can do anything. Well, with so we basically go to Onyx Gym in San Agustin. So Onyx for me is how clean is that gym? It's ridiculously clean.
Yeah, it's great.
It's great. It's clean. I love the booty builder machines. Have you been to the new outdoor area at Megasport?
No.
Honestly.
Megasport's one gym that I've not really.
You just got to go to the new outdoor area. It is amazing. It is. Wow. It's all your latest hammer strength and techno gym machines, and it is massive. It's beautiful.
Okay.
And then also close to Coco's, there's then Fit Club. Yeah. That's your more social. Well, for me, it's more of a social gym.
Yeah.
I can't go there as my everyday.
You struggle
because I'll just end up talking to everybody.
That's it. Too many people there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And David's got his ice bath at 2 degrees and I'm not there yet. I've got mine at 8. So I'm working to my 2 degrees ice baths. But soon in Onyx, they're actually making a sauna area. Yeah.
It's all hoping to be done in October sometime.
Yeah, that'd be nice. And they've got a High Rocks area coming as well.
Yeah, always just putting
I'm trying to get Mum back into the gym.
I know.
She had a good gym
routine
sprint.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And then summer hit, and I think just with work.
Yeah, it's just too
that
much.
excuses we're talking about. Hello, look at this woman, 3 kids and a business.
It sounds like an excuse to me.
Yeah, exactly. It does. Get your arse to the gym. Get your arse to the gym.
Birthday, you can't see the gym.
I think honestly, the gym, also is just somewhere that is just so for your mental health, just to go there and just
I find it so therapeutic and just a release.
Yeah.
So no matter what I've got going on, I just kind of escape it. And if I'm feeling sad or I'm feeling angry, I literally take it out on the gym. Take it out on the exercises and just release it all, let it all out.
Would you ever want to do a bikini fitness competition? Because you've got the physique.
I get asked this a lot.
Yeah.
And I think maybe in the future, for me, after I had Gia, I've only stopped breastfeeding this year.
Wow. Okay.
So I breastfed her for 2.5 years.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was a lot. But I only stopped breastfeeding her in April this year. So for me, my main focus was just making sure I was having enough calories and, you know, producing enough milk for her. So now I'm kind of at a point where my body feels like mine again.
Yeah.
And it's definitely something on the cards for the future.
You should definitely do it. Yeah. Absolutely.
Just for the experience of it and to, you know, to say it's something that I've done and push outside the comfort zone.
Yes. If you need any tips, then let me know.
Oh, I will definitely be in touch.
I've done, I think, 6 competitions.
6.
Yes.
Absolutely incredible.
Yeah. So check that. I think I'll do another one.
That's funny because last time I'd spoken to
I was like, I'm done.
In the gym, you're like, I'm done.
I'm done. I was like, I'm over this. I'm so over this. I think I'm just doing it for you got to do it for yourself.
Yeah.
Like you can't be doing it for judges or to win or whatever. It's just like, do it for yourself because it's changed so much. Even in the short period that I did it, it just changed as well. So I would just do it for yourself. F everybody else, and you're just like, I'm a mum of 3 with my own business and I'm a bikini fitness athlete.
Yeah,
so
I'm here.
And yeah, I'm here. So if you guys want to follow Savannah's journey, then we'll obviously be putting everything down below in the comment section. Amazing. You can give her a little follow, or if you're a mum to be, or a mum in general, then you can definitely check out her fitness studio. So thank you so much for joining us, guys. We'll see you for the next episode next week. Bye.
Bye.